You were my favorite escape, but you were never my destination. When my real life became too heavy, I'd run to you. When the people I actually wanted hurt me, I'd hide with you. You were my refuge, my safe house, my emotional vacation. But I was always planning to go back to my real world. I'm going to show you the 5 times I used you as my sanctuary while building my actual life somewhere else. But here's what you need to understand. I wasn't doing just one of these things. I was doing all of them. Every time reality became too much to bear. By the end of this, you'll understand the difference between being someone's comfort and being someone's choice. Time number 1. You were my safe harbor when the storms of my real life got too violent. Every time the world rejected me, I knew you'd accept me. Every time someone I wanted didn't want me back, I knew you'd be there to remind me I was worth wanting. You were my shelter from every disappointment that really mattered. I didn't come to you because you mattered most. I came to you because you were the only place that felt safe when everything else felt dangerous. Month 3. I get rejected from a job I really wanted. Instead of processing the disappointment, I call you. I spend 3 hours with you, letting you comfort me, letting you tell me I'm amazing. My chest feels lighter, but only because you're carrying the weight I don't want to feel.
Month 4. You compliment my laugh during dinner. I remember this for weeks, pulling it out whenever I feel inadequate. I start laughing more around you, not because I'm happy, but because I want more of that validation. My chest feels heavy for 17 minutes after dinner, knowing I'm performing even my joy for your comfort. Month 7. I have a fight with my family about my life choices. I can't tell them why I'm really struggling, so I come to you. I let you hold me while I cry about problems I can't name, using your love as medicine for pain you'll never understand. My hands shake for 2 hours and 34 minutes afterward from the guilt. Psychology calls this emotional displacement, seeking comfort from one source to cope with stress from another source. I wasn't coming to you because I loved you most. I was coming to you because you were the only person who would love me without questions when everyone else's love felt conditional.
You were my emotional first aid kit, my guaranteed source of acceptance when the rest of the world felt uncertain. Every time I left your arms, I felt strong enough to go back and fight for what I actually wanted. My stomach knots knowing I used your consistency to survive my chaos. But here's when I ran to you to hide from my truth.
Time number 2. I ran to you whenever my actual life became too complicated to face. When the relationships I cared about got messy, I'd escape to you where everything was simple. You offered me a world where I didn't have to explain myself, justify my choices, or confront difficult truths. With you, I could pretend to be someone uncomplicated. Month 10. I meet someone who makes everything I thought I knew about myself feel uncertain. Instead of exploring what that means, I spend the weekend with you. I let you think I just want to hang out, but really I'm hiding from feelings that don't fit the world you think I live in. My palms sweat for 47 minutes while we watch movies, from the anxiety of living this double life. Month 14. The person I'm falling for gives me mixed signals that drive me crazy. Instead of having that difficult conversation, I disappear into our friendship for 2 weeks. I use your predictable affection to avoid their unpredictable behavior. Month 16. I realize there are parts of me I've never shown anyone, parts that feel too dangerous to explore. I spend a month being extra close to you, using our simple dynamic to avoid truths that could change everything. This is what psychology calls avoidance coping, using one situation to escape dealing with another situation that feels overwhelming. I wasn't choosing you because you were better. I was choosing you because you were easier. With you, I didn't have to grow or change or face hard truths about myself. With you, I could stay in my comfort zone, while the rest of my life demanded courage I didn't have. You were my pause button on personal growth, and I was addicted to how uncomplicated you made everything feel. I can't sleep for 6 nights in a row during this period, knowing I'm using our friendship to run away from the life I'm supposed to be living. My throat feels tight for 13 minutes every morning when I wake up and remember what I'm doing to you. If you're watching this because you've been someone's refuge while they live their real life elsewhere, hit that subscribe button. Because what I reveal next shows how we use your safety as our launching pad. But here's when I used you to recover from my real relationships. Time number 3. You were my recovery room. When the people who actually mattered broke my heart. Every time someone I really wanted hurt me, I'd come to you to remember what it felt like to be treasured. I used your love as rehabilitation for damage other people caused. You weren't my first choice for love. You were my first choice for healing. Month 18. The person I'm secretly in love with cancels our plans for someone else. I'm devastated, but can't show it. So I call you. I let you take me to dinner and make me laugh, using your attention to bandage wounds they'll never know they caused. Month 20. I have a fight with someone whose opinion matters more to me than yours ever will. Instead of fixing it with them, I seek comfort with you. I let you restore my confidence so I can go back and try again with them. Month 22. Someone I've been seeing ends things and I'm heartbroken. I don't tell you about them, but I lean on you heavily for weeks. I use your consistent care to heal from inconsistent love, taking from you what they took from me. Psychology calls this emotional rebound, using one relationship to recover from pain caused by another relationship. I wasn't celebrating your love. I was medicating with it. Every compliment you gave me was healing an insult someone else delivered. Every moment you made me feel special was covering for a moment someone else made me feel ordinary. Every time you chose me was compensation for all the times someone else didn't. You were my emotional hospital, and I was using your care to get strong enough to go back to the people who hurt me. I throw up after realizing I've been treating you like my personal therapy while giving you nothing real in return. Write me in the comments if you've ever been someone's emotional sanctuary while they built their real life elsewhere. Watch my video, Why She Tests You But Doesn't Mean to Push You Away, to understand the psychology behind how women use safe relationships to avoid difficult truths. Because what I'm about to reveal shows the cruelest way I used your heart, but here's when I made you my comfort prize. Time number 4. I used your love as my consolation prize when my real dreams felt too far away. Every time life reminded me that what I actually wanted was difficult or impossible, I'd settle into your easy affection. You were what I accepted when what I desired felt unattainable. I treated your devotion like a participation trophy for the love I couldn't win. Year 2. I realized the life I really want feels impossible to achieve. Instead of fighting for it, I sink deeper into our comfortable routine. I let myself pretend that what we have is enough, knowing it never will be. Year 2, month 3. I watch someone else living the exact life I dream of, and it breaks something in me. Instead of using that pain as motivation, I use your love as a sedative. You convince me I'm perfect as I am, even though I know I'm settling. Year 2, month 6. I finally understand that I'm avoiding something that matters more than anything else. Instead of facing that truth, I double down on our relationship. I let you believe I'm choosing you, when really I'm choosing familiar over unknown. This is what psychology calls compensatory behavior, accepting lesser rewards to avoid the risk of pursuing greater ones. I wasn't falling deeper in love with you. I was falling deeper into resignation about my real life. Every moment I spent convincing myself you were enough was a moment I wasn't fighting for what would actually fulfill me. Every time I let you love me was another day I postponed becoming who I was supposed to be. You were my consolation prize for a life I was too afraid to live, and I let you think you were my grand prize. I was using your love as anesthesia for the pain of my own cowardice. But here's what you need to understand. I wasn't just doing one of these things to you. I was doing every single one of them, simultaneously. Every time I felt overwhelmed by my real life, my hands shake for 3 hours and 26 minutes. Every time I think about how I let you settle for being my backup dream while I was too scared to chase my real one. But here's the most heartbreaking way I used you. Time number 5. I treated you like my emotional vacation resort, while my real life was happening somewhere else. You were where I went to relax, recharge, and pretend life was simple. But vacations always end, and I was always planning to go home. I let you give me the love and peace I needed to survive the chaos of my actual world, knowing I'd never invite you into that world permanently. Year 2, month 9, I realize I've been treating our entire relationship like a weekend getaway from my real life. I come to you when I need rest, comfort, and easy love. But I always leave refreshed to go back to the relationships and dreams that actually challenge me. Year 3, I understand that you've become my emotional spa. I check in with you when I need to be pampered, validated, and restored. But just like a spa, I leave when I'm done and don't think about it again until I need another treatment. Year 3, month 3. I finally see that I've made you my sanctuary while building my cathedral somewhere else. You're where I go to find peace, but you're not where I go to find purpose. You're my retreat, not my religion. Psychology calls this compartmentalized attachment, maintaining separate emotional spaces for different needs while keeping them from intersecting. I wasn't building a life with you. I was taking breaks from my life with you. You were my refuge from the storm, but I never intended to stay after the weather cleared. Every moment of peace you gave me was energy I was saving to fight battles in a world you'd never be part of. Every time you restored my faith and love, I was preparing to take that faith and invest it somewhere else. You were my rest stop on a journey to a destination you'd never see. I spent 3 weeks unable to look at myself in the mirror, knowing I turned your love into my vacation while you thought you were my home. And here's what I wish I could take back. Now you understand what you really were to me. You weren't my destination. You were my rest stop. You weren't my home. You were my hotel. You weren't my choice. You were my escape from having to choose. I didn't keep you close because I couldn't live without you. I kept you close because I couldn't survive my real life without the breaks you provided. Here's what I wish I could have told you. You're not my forever. You're my right now. You're not my dream. You're my shelter from the nightmare of chasing my dreams. Some women don't keep men in their lives because we want to build with them. We keep them because we need somewhere to hide when building gets too hard. Do I regret using you as my escape? Every day. Do I understand why I did it? Finally, yes. Do I think you deserve to know you were temporary? That's a question I'm still afraid to answer. If someone is currently using you as their refuge while living their real life elsewhere, maybe you're not their backup plan. Maybe you're their survival plan. And maybe the question isn't whether they'll ever choose you as their destination. Maybe the question is whether you're ready to stop being someone's vacation and start being someone's home. But how do you know if you're someone's escape or someone's reality? That's a mystery I'm still trying to decode. If you want to understand more about how women compartmentalize their emotional lives, watch my video, The Exact Reason She Put You in the Friend Zone. That video will show you the difference between being someone's safe choice and being someone's authentic choice.